Good morning. Excuse the hair. I wasn't expecting to do this, but it felt right. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about mixed connective tissue disease. A lot of people who have seen my posts might know a little bit about what it is. Some of you don't. It is overlap disease. Overlap disease is different autoimmune diseases that are overlapped together, like fibromyalgia, RA, polystemitis. I don't even know if I say that right, but where your shoulder aches, locks up, freezes. Raynaud's phenomena, where your fingers get swollen, turn blue, turn white, very painful. Let's see, lupus. You get very fatigued, tired. Basically, you are sore all over. Mixed connective tissue disease is a terrible, terrible, terrible disease to have. I was diagnosed, I want to say at the end of 2015. It took the doctors probably about 6 months to figure out what I had. I bounced around from doctor to doctor. I just kept coming up with different pains in different parts of my body, and no one could figure out what it was. And so finally they sent me to an RA specialist, and he got it. So he put me on some Plaquenil, some prednisone, and about 75 milligrams of oxycodone a day to help with the pain. My life sucked. Every single day, I was in constant pain. I couldn't work. It hurt when my kids touched me. It hurt laying down. I would lay down in bed and my legs would just tingle. It felt like someone was taking a million little pins and just pushing them into my legs. And I could not get rid of it. There was nothing I could do. I would just hold my body in pain. I would hold my arms, my legs. If my kids touched me, I would start crying. I could not play with them. I could not do anything with them. They put me on the painkillers, and all I did was I walked around like a zombie. I could not live life. I didn't even want to live life. Every day I would wake up. Oh, let me rephrase that. Every night I would go to sleep wishing I would not wake up. It was so awful. And that is no way to live. When you go to the doctor and he practically hands you a death sentence, because he told me that, there's a lot of research you can do on the computer, Google this and that. So we looked up about 10, 15 sites, and each one said that people with mixed connective tissue disease have about a lifespan of about 10 years, and then after that, your organs start shutting down. And that was pretty scary. I think that day inside, I just died. I stopped living. I gave up. And then, I went to my doctor again, and I wanted to see what he said, because I'm like, that can't be right. Because when he told me about mixed connective tissue disease, I'm like, well, that's no big deal. I've never even heard of that. And, I told him about the 10 years, and, I was a little concerned about that. Okay, I was really concerned about that. And he looked at me and he goes, oh, no. You've got at least 15 years. And I was floored. I started crying, and I was like, I'm not going to see my kids grow up. I'm not going to see my son graduate. I'm not going to see my daughter or my son get married. I'm not going to see any of this. I mean, I'm only 37 years old, and you're telling me I'm going to die? I mean, I know we're all going to die, but I don't want to know when. I mean, I know tomorrow I can get in the car and get into an accident, but I don't want a preset date. I don't want someone to determine when I'm going to die. So for about 6 months, I just went into a massive pity party. I stopped living. I just took my painkillers. My friend tried to get me out of the house and tried to get me to walk. Everything was so painful, and I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to be in the house and be dead. So I just laid in bed and I took painkillers. And I hoped that my children would be better off without me. But I knew there was nothing that I could do about this disease. And then about 6 months later, I realized that I still had time. I still had time with my children, and that I needed to make the most of it. So I ended up going to a gym and doing a little bit of exercise with my mother-in-law. And it felt right. It was hard, but it felt right. And so I ended up talking to my sister, who has been in personal training, and she's owned a gym, and she's always been very fit. So I talked to her, and she had talked to me about what she had been doing, and she recommended this nutrient-dense shake and an exercise program. And I thought to myself, okay, why not? I'll give it a shot. I'll go ahead and do it. I mean, right now I've got nothing to lose. So I did. And at first I could not work out. It was really, really hard for me. Because my arms and my legs were so sore. They were very hard to bend. But after about 2 months, after drinking the shake, I was actually able to start doing some workouts, doing some Tai Chi. I was able to do that. But drinking the nutrient-dense shake, I actually was able to stop taking all of the painkillers. And I started feeling so much better. I started feeling alive again. And now it's been 10 months. 10 months, I now work out 5 to 6 days a week. There's some weeks I don't work out that much. But I feel 150% times better than I did. I can play on the floor with my kids. I can run around. I can work. I can work again. I can live life. I feel so much better not taking all the medication that I was on. Is it easy? No. It's not easy. There is no quick fix. It is a lot of hard work. Do I struggle through some of my workouts? Oh yeah, big time. I struggle. Why? Because with mixed connective tissue disease, you get flares. You get flares, and you really have to push yourself through them. But when you get done working out, you feel better. And it's hard to say because there are days that I still have trouble getting out of bed. But I know in the end, it's worth it. And if I can just reach one person with mixed connective tissue disease so that they don't have to suffer like I suffered, I will be so happy. So please, if you are struggling with mixed connective tissue disease, I know what you're going through. I have been there. I have done it. I'm still going through it. And there are days I still struggle, but I can help you get through this. So please contact me. I would love to help, be your support. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this. I know it was a little long, but I know it's a very scary disease. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.